Hello everyone, this is the Omega Lynch. I'm here to give more of my thoughts on Takara Tomi's Transformers Wild King, as well as some thoughts on what's going on between Hasbro and the Transformer community. However, let's start off with Takara's Wild King. And the one thing I've noticed about this Transformer line is how it uses nostalgia the right way. And what I mean by that is that they are using the past for inspiration instead of reanimating the corpses of old toy lines / characters, like what Hasbro is doing. Not that there is anything wrong with that. However, when I see something like Takara's Wild King, I see something that pays tribute to what came before while creating something totally new and exciting. When I heard about Age of the Primes and what characters Hasbro was going to use, it felt like a car that hit a solid wall. I thought to myself, all these Transformers series, all these TF characters, and this was really the best Hasbro could come up with. Then I heard the news of Takara Tomi's own Transformers line. My mind went wild, no pun intended. Not only did I see something exciting, but I also saw something that paid respect to not only Beast Wars, but also Armada and Energon. Well, technically Energon Optimus, but you get what I'm saying. Now that's nostalgia done right, paying respect to the past while creating something new, which is more than I can say about Hasbro. And speaking of which, I'm hearing a lot from the TF fans complaining about the poor quality, as well as some complaining about faulty advertising. Well, the way I see it, unless you're planning on holding Hasbro accountable for their poor quality control, like the comic book community does with the big two, you should probably stop complaining about it. You Transformer fans have done nothing but take whatever scraps Hasbro has given you, even though the quality control was mixed and their distribution, sorry, I can't pronounce that word for some reason, was poor. You still gave that dragon your gold coins, and you continue to do so. Because of that, you sent the message it does not matter the quality that the toys are in. The fans will still buy them regardless of the quality. And if some corporation is putting out poor product, it's because the customers are letting them. At least with the comic book fans, they don't let Marvel and DC get away with creating poor product. When the big two screw up, the fans let them know. It may not change anything, but at least the comic book fans ain't just giving the dragons that are Marvel and DC their gold and are holding their own ground. Unlike the Transformer fans who complain about how poor the quality of the product is, yet they still go out of their way to buy it and support the crowdfund, which Hasbro, and I agree with Retro Blasting on this, does not need. Now, to be fair, there has been some Transformer fans that have stopped buying Transformer toys. Sadly, this was done more for financial reasons than principle or personal integrity. It's sad that only a microscopic handful of toy collectors are willing to stand their ground in front of these soulless toy companies based on their principles or integrity, while the rest bail out due to product cost. Not that I'm trying to shame anyone, but if you're going to complain about it, then you should probably figure out if you want to continue to support this toy line or not, because companies won't listen until the money train comes in with smaller loads of money. Then they'll start to listen to their customers. However, in the case of Hasbro, it might be too late. They've been wanting to move from toys to video games, so there might not be much the fans can do. This might have been one of those situations that the fans should have acted sooner than later, because even if they hold Hasbro's feet to the fire, they've already made the decision. Whether or not that means the end of Transformers, who can say? Worst case, the line goes to Takara Tomy, which might be for the best, because it looks like they're putting out better stuff. Now, before anyone says something, I'm not against companies making money, nor am I against YouTubers that review toys for a living, although you are part of the problem, not all of you, just the ones that review Hasbro products, nor am I against YouTubers who report on toy companies' news, although some of you do stick your necks out for them. What I'm against are fans letting themselves be taken advantage of, then complaining on how poor the quality is, or how the toys was marketed. Look, I know I've been pretty hard on the fans in this random line, and I would be lying if I said Hasbro was blameless. They deserve all the harsh criticism that they get, It just bothers me that comic book fans will stand up to the big corporations, yet some of the toy collectors, specifically the Transformer collectors, will talk about how we need to keep the big corporations happy and how we need to play ball with them. It's sad to see so many in both the Transformer community as well as the rest of the toy community have so little in the way of self-respect that they don't see that they are just getting squeezed of their big money. Big companies by big companies like Hasbro. However, I guess it doesn't matter to some fans so long as they get their plastic/nostalgia fix. Anyway, there are more I would like to say, however, I would end up repeating myself. So those opinions will have to be another video. Like before, if you like my content, subscribe and share the video. You can also support me by buying one of my books. I will try to leave a link below. If not, plenty of my other videos have links. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be back.